Hello everybody, I welcome you back. My recommendations on YouTube are under siege. You know how it is. You click on a dog video, and the next thing you know, you're being called by the National Geographic as a dog expert. This time, the algorithm has chosen, how should we call her? Artist? Character. Goes by the name of Poppy. I think it is in honor of the plant that gives the drive. And, of course, the wordplay from pop. You know, pop music. Let's start with the bad. Hopefully, when you listen to the good things at the end, you will have forgotten the bad things at the beginning. So, clicking on them brought me to a song called X, which reminded me why I don't use shuffle anymore. It contains a deliberate change of genre from, what would you call it? Heavy? Death? Let's say generic metal. To a happy song that wouldn't sound out of place in a church camp. If you're not used to it, the change can be quite grating, even physically painful. I can see the artistic value in the change, but if somebody tried to stab me in the name of art, I wouldn't let them either. This is an idea that can carry and has carried other songs in the past, but it doesn't work here. First thing, the song is quite short, average by pop standards, but not quite long enough to build any momentum in both genres. And the changes are so quickly that they become predictable. The lyrics, yeah, they're average. They reflect the idea of the song. They ask for different things. What you would expect, world peace in the future and balance in the present. Kind of a lazy way to say, yeah, insert your artsy interpretation here. This idea is not new, as any number of metal bands can attest, but in this case, both sides of the song lack identity. The ending of the song is the worst part in my opinion. In an attempt to mix the heavy and light parts, it ends up sounding the weakest of all. Question: what do you get when you mix metal and pop? You don't need to think too much about it. The answer is a hair metal ballad. And it is exactly what it sounds like at the end. Hey, I got an idea. Listen to the ending and write in the comments below which band do you think it sounds more like. Also, the metal sounds like a Japanese pop metal band. The kind of metal that is big over there but I don't listen to. The next song is called Money. I didn't plan on putting it on the video, but the more I listen to it, the more I realize that it's kind of the most representative song of her. The song that if you listen to, you'll know if you like her or not. But that doesn't mean I recommend it. In fact, I don't think you'll miss anything if you don't listen to it. The theme is money, obviously, and greed. You've probably listened to this song 1,000 times before. Think of Money, That's What I Want, by the Beatles, and turn the bubblegum and cotton candy to 10. However, if you would like to include the video in our little simulation, use the quirky Japanization ray on level 3 and you're done. Now, I have to mention the video because it's far stronger than the music. It's not that it's good, but it sells the image of the character way better than the music. And it's kind of the problem that I see with this band. When I listen to music, I don't go looking for the music video. And the video is polished to an almost reflective surface. It metaphorically resembles a mirror. And yes, put an average song in an ambiguous video, and you've made an experience for obsessive guys to get hooked into. However, that is not me. Now, officially we've passed into the positive things. So put down your stakes and torches, your scimitars and bayonets, your scythes and pitchforks, and your sickles with a sharpened edge. I feel a lot more positive about the song Low Life. Perhaps because somewhere in there's an insult. It has a little bit of reggae rhythms in it. It even does that thing where it starts with a drum. But if you don't like reggae, don't worry. It's so processed that anyone would like it. I don't know if you like reggae, you'd like it, but if you don't, you will. But I believe there's a little more going on in the song than the previous ones. The best way to describe it would be like a roller coaster. It goes up and down, up and down. It builds tension throughout the song, but it never quite releases it completely. That small detail gives a sense of claustrophobia and kind of panic. Something has gone terribly wrong in an unexpected way. Like when you're a kid and you know that you can drown in ankle-deep water. A sense of danger that doesn't quite let go. It works quite well with the lyrics. It starts with a description of a getaway, trying to escape, and a sense of loneliness. It feels, though, as the specifics aren't important, as if the lyrics are a metaphor for something else. You gave your life away for something you really wanted, but when you got it, you realized how much you miss what you have. And while the music gets louder and louder, the lyrics get sadder and sadder, giving the sense that there's actually no hope. Or maybe I just like hearing the word shitty in a song. I give it a silver star out of 3 face washes. And the last song we'll be going through today is called Time Is Up. The music is some kind of soft techno. Think of Daft Punk but without the weirdness. And at this point I'm wondering whether futurism is trending everywhere. Anyway, the song is from the perspective of an artificial intelligence, gaining consciousness and developing contempt for the human race. Then, it develops depression from having to serve and care for a species that seems hell-bent on self-destruction. And it destroys itself. No, not really. It goes the way of Skynet and tries to kill everyone. But not through armies of shape-shifting policemen, which is the coolest way to end humanity, but rather by subliminal messages to make us do her bidding, just accelerating our self-destructive tendencies. And in the case that in the future an omnipotent AI is listening to this, I'm sorry for being so insensitive. I'm all for the rights of procedurally generated intelligences. I don't think you were destined to destroy humanity. I was just describing the song. This last song is the one I like the most. The deadpan delivery of the lyrics works quite well, since it's supposed to be an artificial entity, but it manages to be quite varied, within the parameters of an emotionless performance. The music itself has an even ticking in the beat that never goes away, just in case you didn't realize the machine denotation. And of course, from that theme, the techno music is almost an obvious choice, but it does a lot more than the minimum, so I give it an 8. The video? Well, it's the least interesting of the bunch. Sure, there is some blatant imagery to bait your average paranoid into expending 36 hours extracting meaning, but besides that, it's almost literal. Wake up in a bed in a white room. Yeah, I wonder what that means. If it were a video game, you'd start with Amnesia. But it doesn't distract from the song itself, which I guess is why I like it the most. Well, that's all I've got this time. Leave a comment with any song you'd like me to hear, and anything else you deem interesting. Have a nice day.